Yo, hey, this is my mom right here. Everyone say hi to my mom. Give it up for my mom. Yup. All right, this first performer we got, his name is Sean Ritchie.
Hello. I feel like quite the minority in here tonight. I'd like to preface this terrible comedy act by saying it's my 21st birthday tonight. So, no, stop, and no. No, you shouldn't care, right? It's my day, all right? But yeah, I always get depressed on my birthday because, like, my brothers would always tell me when I was younger, when you get a little bit older on your birthday, chicks go crazy. You're definitely getting laid. Once you turn 16, game on. I have yet to get laid on my birthday. I was thinking about it earlier. Why don't women like me? It's got to be the terrible hair. But, yeah, my friend Josh right here, he gave me some great advice a couple years ago. Whenever I'm having a bad day, I have to think about other people who are having worse days, which, by the way, very morbid. I'm having a shitty day, think about, like, dying kids in Africa. Now I feel great. That's fantastic. Death. But I was thinking today, at least I'm not a necrophiliac, you know? I can't get laid, but at least I'm not digging up dead people and fucking them. But then I think even dead people are getting laid. I'm alive. So as you guys can probably tell, I work with small children. Yeah. So I work with kids. I'm going to tell you guys a little story here. When I was 16, I got hired at Lomita Park. If anyone knows what Lomita Park is, it's a hellhole. And it's a city job, so they make you go get a physical, a drug test, all this stuff. I've never had any of that before because I am not athletic. I was never on any teams in high school. I'm only good at Tetris, so I had no idea what a physical encompassed. So my boss sends me to this place, Western Medical Group. It looks like either a box factory or an abandoned box factory or just some rapist lair. And I go in there and I'm sitting there. I'm with my mom because I'm 16. I got to have an adult there with me. I'm sitting in the waiting room. I sign in. I wait like 45 minutes. And my mom is the worst person to sit anywhere with. She's the most impatient person on the planet. After 10 minutes, she demands that I just walk in and say, it's my turn. And it's like, when you're white, you can't really, like, demand stuff because it comes off really racist. So I sit in this waiting room for like a half hour. I finally get inside. I'm greeted by about a 400-pound Hispanic man who's the nurse with no neck. He was just head and shoulders, just this ball of frijoles and just... And I never got that, by the way. If you're obese, why are you getting in the medical field? You're sitting in class reading books. Oh, obesity, it leads to heart disease, liver failure. Oh, yeah, I'll get into that field. Yeah, I'll listen to this all day at my job. Yeah, all right. Add on top to his terrible appearance, he couldn't speak any English. It sounded like he was gargling marbles every time he talked to me. So I could only catch a few words here and there. So he's like, okay, Fritos, taco, vision. Like, oh, okay, vision test, got it. Do the vision test, do the hearing test, kill it. Comes out, hands me a cup. I'm like, okay, what do I do here? All I hear him say is, la 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 la, scoop. I'm like, I definitely heard scoop. All right, he's like, go in that room, pee. And I'm like, all right, okay. I had never had to urinate on command before, but I tried. I walked in there. I noticed that the toilet water was blue, and I thought that was like, oh, he wants me to piss in the water and scoop it out. So that he sees some sort of chemical reaction with the blue water. Okay, I get it. Wrong. Like an idiot, I piss in the toilet. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to scoop this out without getting piss on myself? I weighed my options. All of them were bad. So I just decided, fuck it, I'm doing it. Put my hand in my piss, scoop it out. I run out of there as fast as I can with piss running down my arm onto my shirt. Slam this cup down on a counter. I don't know how to describe the color of that cup. Like grayish blue vomit. It's just this weird mixture of terrible colors. And the nurse is so confused by what I just put in front of him. He's just staring at it and looking back up at me. He goes and grabs a doctor. Doctor looks at it, looks at me, and just says, "That's not urine." Like, yeah, it is. Your nurse told me to scoop it out of the toilet. So then the nurse starts bullshitting me. I never told him to scoop. It's like, bullshit. I'm starting to yell at this guy. Everyone's starting to get on the nurse's side. No one believes the 16-year-old fragile white kid. I thought I'd be the perfect person to listen to. So I get into the fight with the nurse. I'm not winning. I go into this room, and they say, all right, get naked. Well, not in those words. That would be odd. But they said, get down to your boxers, put on the, like, wax paper shit that you have to put on in the hospital with your ass hanging out. And they go, okay, we're going to have a man come in, and he's going to feel your stuff. I was like, okay. I go in this room, I change. My mom walks into the doctor's office from the waiting room, walks into the room with me, and asks me why it's taking so long. What? How is it on me? I don't get it. She sits probably this far away from me as a giant Russian man comes in who looks like Ivan Drago from Rocky IV. And he just looks me square in the face and he says, I'm going to feel your testicles. It's like, all right, okay, let's do this. Let's have fun. Gets in there, grabs a hold of my stuff, does not let go. And as he's just holding and, you know, like those marble things like Lawrence Fishburne in Boys in the Hood, he's just like twisting them back and forth to relieve stress. I was basically on my tippy toes and this guy is just like, nice, very nice. To make it worse, while he's got a hold of my package, I catch eyes with my mom. The most awkward moment of a white man's life. So I passed that. Time for drug test number 2, because the first one wasn't good enough. They hand me another cup. The doctor comes out. Hey, since you cheated last time, I'm going to have to be in the room with you while you do it. It's like, I'm not R. Kelly. There's no piss involved with anybody in the same room. You stay outside. And he's like, okay, but I just want to let you know, I'm going to count down from 30. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck this, whatever. Yeah, all right, come on, give me my cup. I go in there, and now I'm fucking freaking out. There's a guy 6 inches away from me on the other side, just waiting for me to give him a cup of my piss. Then I hear 30, 29, 28. I am freaking the fuck out at this point. It's like he's trying to like launch a fucking rocket from NASA, except nothing's happening. Much like my sex life, nothing happens. But, so I don't piss. I come out. I start screaming at the doctor. They have to restrain us because, I mean, I'm going to fuck him up. Look at me. I'm big and strong. So he's like, all right, you know what you need to do? Go drink a lot of water. You'll be all right. I go to this big cooler of water. I probably drink half of a big thing of like this. I probably drink half of it. I don't know how many gallons that is, but I probably should have drowned in about 20 minutes. And I'm sitting there, and I haven't even realized the doctor's office itself is about 50 degrees. For whatever reason, doctor's offices are always freezing. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just fucking shaking. I don't realize I'm like Michael J. Fox. I'm just sitting there, and I just can't hold my shit together. I start to develop hypothermia in a doctor's office. Doctor walks by. Oh, hey, you're cold. Oh, I'll get something for you. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm thinking, blanket, maybe a jacket, something. He comes back with a toilet seat cover that he got from the bathroom, which is about as thin as you could fucking think of. It's like when snakes shed their skin, and he wrapped it around my neck thinking that would solve my problems. Let's just say I called him an asshole and a couple other things. So I sat there. My mom is yelling at me the entire time, just fucking piss. How come you can't fucking piss? Like, you're not making it better, woman. You need to leave. So after like an hour of me sitting there drinking water and shaking and dying, I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I just got to do it. I give myself this like motivational speech, like a Rudy moment, like a Mick to Rocky, like, you could do it, let's go. Beat Clubber Lang. I go in there, I'm like, all right, this is the one. I can't do it again. After 2 minutes, I still have nothing. I'm screaming at my penis as loud as I can. Everyone in the hospital can hear me. Then I feel it. After 2.5 minutes of sitting there, once I hear the guy say 30, boom, trigger. I feel like God is coming through my penis, and just this James Bond laser beam of urine is smacking the wall of this cup. And the way I had it positioned was the splashback was insane. So I couldn't stop. I'm like, I don't know how much to put in there. I'll just keep going. When I walked out, it looked like I had been in a fucking wet t-shirt contest. I walked out, slammed the piss cup on the desk. Doctor said, great job. It's like, fuck off. Walked out of there, kind of proud of myself. I'm not very proud, but I achieved a goal. I pissed. Hooray. Walked out of there. I thought everything was great. Yay, I did it. I get a call 3 days later. Sean, you failed your drug test. Best day of my life. So, like I said earlier, if you ever want to think of something when you're down in the dumps, just think about me with piss all over my body, and your mood will greatly change. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, hey, give it up one more time for Sean Ritchie, man. Woo! I have a quick question. Who in here likes playing kickball? Black. All I gotta say is Black Squad. Well, if you guys haven't heard, lately we've been playing kickball. So if there's anyone who wants to throw together a team real quick, we got 2 teams set up. We've gone out twice already, so it's pretty effing awesome. So yeah, if you guys need more information about that, you could talk to me, my brother, or anyone behind this desk right here. So